word because I can't think of a better one. But do you have a favorite sort of like method or one that you're most comfortable with? I guess like call comes in and you're like, okay, it's this one, like we're good. I know how to do this.
Yeah, so my favorite ones are the grass fires out in the flats. Because then we can drive our engine directly up to it. We don't have to do any hiking, and we have this technique called pump and roll, and we can only do that when it's like in the flats or like not crazy steep terrain, and like me and my other crew member will run to the back. My engine boss will be driving. Me or the crew member will start the motor for the pump. We'll get water flown, and then we have this 100-foot line that comes out directly connected to the tank, and we pull that out, throw it over the top of the engine, tuck it into the mirror, and then say like I'm doing it. I would hold the hose over my shoulder with my pack on and all my gear, and I will just run alongside the fire while my boss is driving next to it, and I'll spray it down. And that's probably the most fun one. You just running with a fire next to you, just throwing water all over it. So yeah, pump and rolls are pretty enjoyable, and those are usually the quickest ones to get a fire put out too. So it's always nice when we get our engines right up next to it.
Hmm. Is that I'm assuming it's just because the you have the amount of water that you do right there rather than having to dig and
Hmm.
whatever else.
Yeah.
I would think 500 gallons is would go pretty quickly. Is that?
Yeah, and we try to preserve it as much as we can so we won't crank the pump pressure up too high. But like usually when it's like fire severity weather, when like July and August and September are rolling around, we'll send two engines to each fire. So we'd have 1,000
Mhm.
gallons, and then if we're running out of water there, we can order a tanker resource and have one of our truckers bring in a 2,000 gallon tanker. Maybe it might be more than 2,000, but then we can refill on their tanker there.
Gotcha.
So yeah, we have means to keep refilling, or we can go and if there's like a river or a creek or a pond nearby, we can do like drafting. So we have these hoses in the back of our trucks that we can filter in and we can pump water into our tank from another water source.
Mm,
So
that's cool.
yeah.
It's effective. I hadn't really considered that because I in my head I just considered like a stream or something would kind of be a natural barrier.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah,
but is that
we
accurate
usually,
also?
yeah, like if there are natural barriers and we try to utilize those when we dig lines. So we'll always like anchor into one of those. Um, but like a lot of times we'll have to like drive to get more water and then come back to the fire while someone else like we'll try to go in like rotations. Like my crew
Hmm.
will be the only one doing water and the other crew is just waiting for us to run out and then they'll start pumping water. So we try to like do it while we're refilling, they'll be putting the fire out. So try to
Gotcha.
organize it like that.
Gotcha. Um,